bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got a to end the drought, yeah. I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me, yeah. I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve, yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill, yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't brave from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought, yeah. I buy like 23.
Today, from the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Oilers and the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they interplay. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
On the other side of the field for our visitors here, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. To return it, Darius Phillips. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Adam Troutman, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. 3rd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. Certainly not the start they were looking for offensively, coming off that loss last week on the road.
And they didn't do their job. They're going to feel poorly about that. But what they're going to do is look at the defense and say, can you pick us up here? And let's face it, defenses can score. We've seen it, right? They can take the ball away, create a big-time opportunity. Let's see if they can get that done.
Yeah, just something to jumpstart this home crowd. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be let out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Incomplete. It's 3rd.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
It's a gain of 20.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not.
The ball carrier.
The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 10 carries, a touchdown to go along with 124 yards.
Well, they set a nice tone in week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league. I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get the play action and throw the ball deep later on.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan so tough to block as he gets in there to record the sack.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and
out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
1st down, Oilers.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. The open man is Smith. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Five yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
Touchdown, Houston.
Derrick Henry. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace?
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. No problem there on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. Well, he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses them about 4 yards.
At their own
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Incomplete. Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
3rd and 2.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complementary piece in the last game. You know, they were able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and he hoped to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
Brings up.
And that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On play action, they'll throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Cameron Jordan able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
For the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He may try and run for this. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. at their 48-yard
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete.
The second down.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 4. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st down, Houston.
Draw play. This is Henry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Johnson on the tackle.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. Give him 6 yards in the 1st down.
It's a gain.
And we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's who you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. Two 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down.
Houston.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
And 10 yards to go.
And that's caught by Smith. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 20-yard line.
It's a gain.
3rd catch of this 1st half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
first down carry for Henry. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On second down now, it's Henry, and he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles. And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running. And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Makes the score Oilers 10, Saints nothing.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It sounds like you're going negative on me.
I was.
It sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
How does the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here? The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Yeah, this will be a gain. Gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
49 yards.
Going quickly here to Thomas. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got him out over the middle. It's Williams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
32-yard
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Brought down at the 30-yard line.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and
they'll set up a throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Makes the score Oilers 10, Saints 3.
So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Go wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
And now out comes Houston. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and
ball complete to Isabella. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
7 yards to go.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. Able to find Isabella. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
And this one is right through. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3.
Saints 3.
So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed it.
Now a hit and a loose football. And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll begin with an AFC South matchup in Indianapolis, as Houston is in town, and those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. From there, let's get to Philadelphia as we check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Tampa Bay Bucks. Tom Brady, sharp as ever. He's got 2 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh. Check on the Steelers at home at Heinz Field. And they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Baltimore Ravens. The Steelers losers last week. They need to pull one back at home to avoid falling to 0-2. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. That'll be taken about a yard deep and tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
1-yard line.
Houston set to take over. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and
They'll run it again with Henry.
4-yard line.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5.
He was brought down at the 26. A 2-yard gain on the play.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that 12.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Henry on first down, not finding much running room as he pushes forward for a yard or 2 at most.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's 2nd and 8. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
The second down pass complete to number 83.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
On 3rd down, Henry. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the second time. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
Second down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman.
Complete to...
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
When we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
20-yard line.
Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And 10 yards to go.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the first at the 29. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and that will come the offense as they take over. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
6-yard line.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he can't escape, and down he goes. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Jadeveon Clowney able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner. And I don't think, with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And now out comes Houston. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. A toss left, Henry. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Derrick Henry, the ball
following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down, seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to a 1st down.
Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own
the Saints again ready to go on offense. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers. If I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They control this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 6 from the 10. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Again, he'll drop to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans.
Touchdown.
Michael Thomas, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Saints get a bit closer. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Will Lutz on for the point after. It's up. It's good. That'll make the scoreline 20-10. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Houston set to take over. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and...
Hands it off out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Henry's got it out on the left side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
It's a gain of 20.
Probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
2 things to watch. First is strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
Clock continuing to run. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great... And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
3rd down and long.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down.
Incomplete.
So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact. On time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And now following the desperation turnover on downs, they're set up with a 1st and goal to go. Henry, the lone man in the backfield. So this one fairly well in the bag as they take over with a 1st and goal. And he'll get it up the middle. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Derrick Henry. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. And they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, Phillips. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Give him 9 there on the the first down completion. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. On the check down, he finds Kamara. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
The 46-yard line.
That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
A scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
Second and 10.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. But, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for our visitors, it was a great all-around performance. Out of this one with the victory, and they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.